Hey y'all, you're rocking with the Locked and Loaded RN. If you're new to my channel, bienvenidos. If you're one of my awesome subscribers, welcome back. I'm here getting ready to go to work, so I'm taking the rollers out of my hair. And you know, as I said in my previous video, this is kind of a fail for my hair today. It didn't really curl like it was supposed to. In any case, I wanted to talk to you guys about something while I take the rollers out my hair. The other day I was talking to a man that I know. I don't want to call him a friend. Let's say an associate. And we always joke about the first time when I met him that he was rude to me. And I really do feel that way, that he was rude to me the first time I met him. Later on, as I got to know him, you know, I see him in a different light. So whenever we talk, we always joke about how he was rude to me the first time, and he always denies it. So the other day, I want to say that was Monday, he called me to ask me something, and then he said to me, somehow it came up about him being rude to me. And then he said, well, you never asked what my first opinion or perception was meeting you. And I said, well, tell me, I would love to hear. I love hearing what someone's first opinion is of me. And he said, mind you, let me set the tone. When I met him, I had just moved here from Louisiana. And all I brought was my clothes and my SUV. And I drove from Louisiana. I didn't have any furniture, basically none of my house things, because I left Louisiana in a rush because I think it was Hurricane Laura was going to touch down. And people kept saying I was going to get stuck in Louisiana. So I just grabbed my clothes that I already had packed because I was going to leave, but maybe a couple days later. So I had some things packed, but not everything. So I grabbed my clothes. I left my dishes. I left my TV. I left furniture. I left everything. And I left the night of the storm. And that's a video for another day because that was traumatizing for me. Especially being from up north. I'm not used to, you know, them storms coming through that everyone else is probably used to in Louisiana. In any case, when I got here and I got my apartment, I had needed, dishes and stuff. And so he has a thing that he does where he, has a lot of furniture and things like that. So he gave me, because, it's not easy to start over. First of all, I was making $24.75 an hour in Louisiana. So not like I was making bank, and I had just moved here, paid my deposit, all the stuff in my place. So, I was down bad basically. So, I had spoke to him to get the items and, again, that's when we had the interaction that I felt like he wasn't as nice as he could have been or kind of dry with me. And so fast forward to now when we're talking on Monday, and he says that when he met me, he felt like if I was stuck up, I can't remember the exact words, but I'm going to describe it basically what I heard. Overly confident, arrogant, stuck up. And I said, well, how could I have came off? Oh, he said overly confident, arrogant, and like I thought I was better than everyone. And I said to him, how could I have came off like I thought I was better than everyone when I'm literally at a place that I'm asking you for something, so I could understand if I came to donate something and maybe I came here goes the Gucci bags, but I'm coming in need. So how could I have came like I was arrogant and thought I was better than anyone? Granted, I feel like I pride myself on not operating like that anyways. That's just not my style. No matter who I interact with, when we volunteer, no matter what we do, I'm always a good morning. How are you? Yes, please. Thank you. I'm big on respect. If you know me, I'm very big on respect because I don't tolerate disrespect. So I set the tone to make sure that no one has a reason to disrespect me because I don't tolerate it. So I make sure I don't give it. So when he said that, I'm like, how did I come off like I thought I was better than everybody and overly confident? And he was like, well, you know, because of how you are and how you talk and, you know, even how you walk into the room. And I said, you know what I think you're describing is what I've been hearing all of my life. From a little girl from middle school, high school, elementary, college. I've always had this thing where people don't like me even though they don't know me. You know, I come into the room or I come into the place and, you know, let's say I walk in, good morning, how are you? And I take my seat. People would then walk away or have a thing where they don't like me. And I'll be like, what did I do? And you know what I've come to realize? People hate confidence. People hate when you don't like come in like, hello. If you're not like that, if you don't make yourself small, they don't like that. They find that to be very arrogant. And what I told him, I said, no, I'm not full of myself. I'm not overly confident. I don't think I'm better than anyone. I said, but you know what it is about me? I know who I am and I know who I'm not. I know I have flaws, I have insecurities, but I also have areas that I shine bright. And so I take all of me and I don't let the things that I don't like about myself or the things I wish were different make me feel any different about how I feel about me. That's number one. Number two is I don't let my situation or my circumstance change how I feel about me or how I govern myself. I could be homeless and I will still be a person that takes a bath at the gym, puts myself together, and walks with my head high. Because, you know, hypothetically speaking, I'm homeless today. I know that doesn't change that I'm still intelligent. I'm still a good person. I still have a good heart. My future is still bright. This chapter of my life, I'm homeless. But tomorrow, I will be in a whole different situation. And that's just how I move. Like, I've been through terrible things in life. And people around me never even knew it. Why? Because when I'm going through it, I still operate the same way. You'll never know when I'm up or when I'm down because I move the same way. I carry myself the same way. I treat people the same way. I still come in and I'm always pleasant. Like, you know, I always used to tell people at work, you know, I believe that when you clock in, you leave your problems at the door. Don't come take it out on your patients. Don't come take it out on your coworkers because they don't have nothing to do with that. When you finish your shift and you clock out, if you so choose to pick your problems back up to take back home with you, do that. And I literally used to do that. Like, I used to be crying in my car on my way to my shift, get to work, clock in. Hi, how are you? Yes, I'll be happy to get you some juice. Yeah, can I help you with anything? Because you can't let your situation overcome how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your life, how you feel about your future. And again, like I'm saying, I've just come to realize that people don't like when you don't make yourself small in their presence or when you're not showing, your insecurities, when you're not laying them out or letting them overcome you. So my message for you today, because I'm about to be late for work, is make sure that you, like I said, don't allow your situation or your circumstance to determine how you feel about yourself. Still speak over yourself. Still speak life into yourself. Still remind yourself you're that girl. You're that guy. Who cares? Who cares if you got $5 to your name? You're still that girl. You're still that guy. And the next thing is, if somebody can't stand your light or they're intimidated by your light, do not, please, make yourself smaller for them. That's a them problem. That's not a you problem, especially if you know that you're still respectful. Like I said, you're still respectful. You're still humble. You're still, you have manners. If somebody still has a problem with you and how you are, that's a them problem. Make sure you're not speaking to someone in a condescending tone or nothing like that. But after that, if it's because you just have confidence, they have a problem, let them have a problem. Don't change anything about yourself in that regard. And look, y'all, on another note, this side of my hair understood the assignment. This side doesn't. Let me go to work. Bye. Make sure you subscribe, like my video, please. Thank you.